Okay, I am live. So I'm trying to test out the actual camera, the audio quality, and everything. But I thought while I'm doing it, I am doing this at night too. So I don't think anyone's going to wander in, but this is just kind of for me. Get used to streaming, putting myself out there. But I went out and I got 200. Nope, 100. 200? Yeah, wait a minute. This is supposed to be, the video says 200, but I actually got 400 of these. 400 packs because I bought 200 of these actual dual boosters. So I'm just going to go ahead and open them. I am restocking my store. So this is going to be kind of fun. I got to switch to the card view real quick. There we go. So yeah, the reason I got these, they were $3 each. So the after taxes packs come out to about $1.60 each. So not only that, so it's also this promo card. So the actual trainers, there's one trainer that is around $2. So I'll be doing pretty good. I think that's him. First pack. So I'm pretty sure Hero's going for $2 each. I bought this pack for $2.99. So all I need to do is get a dollar value out of these two packs to get my money back. And that's the goal with it. So we will start putting some things aside. Hopefully we get some big hits. I think I'm gonna be able to easily get my money back. Just easily. Let's see. I'm only going to actually be listing the secret rares and above just because those are the ones that are going to sell more. The rares itself, they're 25 cents. Or they're not even 25 cents. A lot of them are pennies, so I'm not going to worry about it now. There's too much bulk to go through to be listing them, but I will be separating them by commons, uncommons, and rares. That'll help me in the future because you never know. As people go and they build decks, some of these commons, uncommons, and rares could be valuable. So I got nothing in that pack. It's fine. Just the first pack. And it looks like, okay, so we got a SR, a Gatomon. So these rookies are usually doing pretty well. I don't know off the top of my head how much that one actually is going to be worth, but I've seen other sets, the rookies, for about. Oh, hey, someone's watching. Yeah, this is my local LGS in Vegas. So it's called Night and Day Games. $2.99. They have hundreds of them, but the only thing is you have to pick them up locally, which is kind of bad. So I don't know if anyone's near Vegas. It'd be pretty good, or in California. It's just a drive away. And on Saturday, they're actually doing a 90% off sale on board games, TCGs, things like that. We have another trainer. So I think that one's a little less, maybe 50 cents or $1.40. But yeah, check out Night and Day Games in Vegas. And then you'll see they have a bunch of stuff on sale because they're moving to a different different building. All right. And uncommons. Let's see. 2 rares. Yeah, everyone's trying to get rid of Battle Spirits Saga just because I don't know. I know the False Gods, for example. There's not too many X rares. They have boxes for $10. I didn't even know that. But I gotta pick them up. Venomito Spawn, pretty nice as far as the rare. I think it's just a regular rare though. Oh, at your locals. Did you pick any up? And if so, how much did you buy? Look at that. 3 trainers in a row. Loving it. I'm surrounded by just booster boxes and just empty wrappers. Okay, another Gatomon there. Took the last you got an aquatic for $11. I mean, yep, 11 aquatic for $10 each. I was buying them for 25 each. And that was the cheapest I could find them until they sold out. But did you buy them to play, or did you just sell, collect? Probably not collect. I don't know anyone who's collecting. All right, Metal Garurumon. That is a nice secret rare there. I know this is gonna be well over the what I spent, $600 and about $40 for all this stuff. Trying to get your brother in the game. Does he play card games at all? Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm gonna be playing my first game of Yu-Gi-Oh! With Prodigious CC on the 6th. I've never played it. I got those speed duel ones. But I'm not sure. I don't know if it's gonna be hard or easy for me since I play a ton of different card games. I also try to sell Yu-Gi-Oh! Also, it did okay, but I don't know the research. I don't know what boxes are good to buy at what price. That was a dud of a box, but with 200, like we can manage not getting a hit every box. But I know that Legion's Realms at War, that's a game based out of Canada. They are very Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, to where you can play, every card. Every card in your hand, you can just unlimited combos, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna have so much bulk. I'm running out of closet space. All right. I know this ace right here is pretty good in decks. I've never played it, but Darabitmon. Yeah, this is just a regular rare. I'm just gonna put it back. It looked like it was gonna be so much fancier, but there's no foiling on it. I wonder how long it's gonna take me to do this. I might have set out on an impossible journey for the night because I still have to go to work tomorrow in the morning. All right, another one. Yeah, I work Monday through Friday. I'm in IT, so a lot of computer stuff, which is nice though, because that means I'm stuck on a computer, so I can sometimes edit videos, reply to comments, plan out videos. In reality, I'm shopping more than anything because I have to pounce on everything that's on clearance. That's really the only way that my store, my TCG player, and YouTube channel is doing all right. It's because I buy everything at such a discount. And being on call too. So it's 5 days a week. Plus, I am on call for ever since I am a manager. And it's never fun getting woke up in the middle of the night for something you don't even know about. Apocalypse. This one I think was restricted in gameplay. I think you can only have one of them. Could be thinking of a different card, but I'm pretty sure you can only have one of them. So is Battle Spirits your favorite game, or is just that's just the newest one you've been playing? Or did you grow up on Yu-Gi-Oh also? We're looking for like a 200. I think there's a card in here worth $300. Like that would make my week. This microphone is just in the way. I think that's better. And doesn't Yu-Gi-Oh have 1-turn wins or 2-turn wins, and it's so competitive? Or do people just say that to? Well, I don't know. They wouldn't want to drive people away from playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I just know a lot of people said, "Hey, Yu-Gi-Oh is expensive for top tier decks, and it's not new player friendly." Yeah. Pokemon's always great for collecting. I think Pokemon, just because I watched it as a kid, but Lorcana, I don't really like playing Lorcana, but I do like um, the collecting aspect of it because all the characters I know. That's another one I grew up on. Star Wars, however, I have strong hate towards Star Wars, and it might not even, it might be unfounded, but I just don't like Star Wars. But that seems to be the big thing right now. Ooh, I believe he was going for $5, somewhere around there. Another playable card. I wish there was a way to easily tally this. There needs to be some AI that just scans the cards and adds money. Yeah, it's all Exceed Apocalypse. And that's why I had to jump on it. Just because it is the newest set. People are still building decks. They still need the cards. They're chasing after things. If this was an older set, I probably wouldn't have picked it up, like the old double packs. And what's great is most people that purchase some of the cards from me, especially Digimon, it's all play sets. So selling the bulk is really easy. Another secret rare around $5. I was selling them for $5 before. I don't know if they went down in price. Yeah, but I know holding on to Digimon is always great on prices because the New Awakening, out of nowhere, some of those cards were selling for a lot. Classic Collection. I don't know what's going on with the as a trainer. Analog Youth. That one, sometimes he's selling for $4 and then sometimes he's selling for 10. But I try to avoid buying product the day it comes out because I really do believe I was hoping this one was like the really expensive one, but it's not. You're really gambling at that point when it first comes out. I know for Pokemon, for example, the Obsidian Flames, I got that when it first came out, and I pulled the Gold Charizard, sold that for about $30 and some other things that made my money back. But if I would have pulled the same box today, I think the Gold Charizard, I actually pulled that in my last video. It's going for around $18, something like that. So you play Digimon also a lot? Or just hanging out? Yeah, none of these are worth really anything. I think I saw them I did some research, they're about 10 cents each. So not what we want to see for our promo card. We're hitting some dud packs now. Came out and pull locations. Isn't the gold Giratina? It's not 200 right now, or am I thinking of a different one? I thought the price on that was still high. Or are you saying it was 100 and then it went up? I don't remember him being worth much, but special rare. Because my LGS has the ETBs. I forgot how much their ETBs are going, but they have some Pokemon sales, and some of them have some Crown Zenith in there. Or am I thinking of Lost Origins? I might be confusing the two. on which one's the really expensive one. Actually, I don't know. I'm at a computer. I don't know why I'm not looking these things up. Let's see. So, yeah. Never mind. You know, because I was just looking at that because I have some Lost Origins ETBs too that I picked up. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to hit that $200. But Pokemon kind of lost me though. But Pokestar from Crown Zenith. Yeah, Crown Zenith has hits in them. I don't know what it is, but all the boxes that I've opened had some really good stuff. And I think it was Black Friday. Black Friday had a lot of Crown Zenith reprints, which I don't understand because I can still find Crown Zenith all over the place. So why is the price of them so high if you can still buy them? Because all the one I had some 151. I opened some off camera, and I wasn't lucky. It was one of those I should have just kept it sealed. All the shiny Pokemon and everything, they were all not well-known ones. I shouldn't say not well-known ones. They just weren't popular. Great. And I just mixed that up too. I meant Shining Fates. 151 wasn't popular for me because I didn't actually get anything good. Man, keeping up with all these different TCGs, it's rough. It gets to my brain. But the Scarlet and Violet ones, all of them seem to plummet. I got what did I get? I have so much stuff coming in the mail. I have not an Obsidian Flames, Temporal Forces, I think. I have that coming. Yeah, that's the one. So I have that coming, but I'm noticing such a big drop in the prices. I remember when like the Magikarp was going for so much. I don't know what's going for now, and then Miriam was going for a lot. I checked yesterday because I checked before I buy booster boxes, and good luck getting your money back at almost $100 a box. I think they're at 90, but so I don't know who's keeping Sword and Shield worth money. How come those haven't dropped? All right, we have an Apocalypse. I think that's the alt art of this. No more reprints, but I bet you your LGS probably still sells them, right? Because mine has them on clearance. The which ones do they have? Lost Origins, those were on clearance. Why am I lost? Silver Tempest, those are on clearance. ETBs, I think were about $25. Yeah. Fusion Strike. I can get Fusion Strike all day. Battle Styles was $25 for the ETBs, but don't really have hits worth it. You might as well, if you're collecting, just buy the singles, even at that price. And I bought I did a video a while ago because I was watching all the the Pokemon finance bros, everyone talking about buy all this sealed product and hold on to it. It'll beat the stock market. So I went out and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy some. I don't know why I latched on to Fusion Strike. I think it's because it has Gengar, Mew. The colors are purple and pinks and things like that. So I got the Pokemon Center ETBs. And I'm like, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'll check back in a year. It'll be worth, at least $10 more. So I checked back yesterday. They're still selling for the regular price at the Pokemon Center, and they have tons left. So that's solidified. And I know I don't want to have sealed product. I don't want to hold on to it. It's great for a background, but I can't just have it sit in the background. I need to open it to sell it, to buy more. Especially since all this is on credit. Everything I'm opening right now is on my credit card. Other 3 to 10 years. I can't hold it for 3 to 10 years to make possibly how much do you think it's going to be? The Fusion Strike Pokemon Center ETBs, I believe $50 each. 5 years. How much do you think they're going to be? Because it seems like I would have to buy not just a couple. I bought 4 of them. I'd have to buy like 50 of them. And what I like about regular stocks, because all the profit that I make on this channel, whether that's through affiliate links or selling, I'm not monetized yet. I did hit over 1,000, but I don't have the watch hours for it. 145? Does history represent that? So what's that came out about 5 years ago? Rebel Clash? That came out around 5 years ago? As far as it's bad because the art is terrible, the pulls are terrible, or what are we talking about here? Or the cards to play are terrible? Because I heard the same thing about the ones with tag team, how no one really wanted those, and then those kind of jumped up in price. No hits. No hits are hard to get the hit because I don't know. Battle Styles didn't have any hits either, so I understand. There's certain sets for some reason. That's true. Fusion Strike. That's kind of why I bought it, because it has the what is it? The Gengar. That's kind of what is he? He's like big and he's like sucking in the world and candy and all that stuff. I think that's the one. That's the most expensive one. I did not hit. Well, I don't know. I might have it in one of those boxes back there. But I'm curious because it seems like the time frame. So my Pokemon time frame was, I was a kid when it came out. I'd watch the show and I got the toys, the Game Boy game, and when Jungle came out, I was still playing, and then I stopped. I remember moving. I moved across country basically. I lived in Florida. My parents moved to Las Vegas, and from there I kind of disappeared. I played Magic a little bit. I popped in and out of that, but and then I disappeared for a long, long time. So when I came back and I popped up around, let's see, when did I? It was because my cousin just out of nowhere, he was just flipping Pokemon cards, and I was like, I don't understand how these are worth so much now, especially the new ones. People are fighting over, in Target trying to get booster boxes and all that stuff. And I was like, you know what? He gave me a box, and I tried to sell it, and I did. It was just a regular evolution tin, and it doubled my money. And so I was like, I'm gonna look into this. And so I popped up right when Scarlet and Violet came out. So I don't know if the future of kind of Pokemon is children, or is it still going to be adults? So when we say, oh yeah, it has Gengar and Mew, those seem like they're for the people that have been around for a while. But what are the younger crowd like? Are their favorites going to jump to hundreds of dollars in the future? And I don't have kids, so I could see myself if I did have kids, I'd be like, you need to like Gengar. Or I'd be like, I'm buying you Gengar stuff. As an example, he's not even my favorite. I really like Jinx for some reason. Always did. Jinx and Mr. Mime, just because they were very human-like. They stay. Do they? I don't know why I'm skeptical. I don't really. None of my friends have kids, so. But when the new games are out, they don't have all competitive online. I've seen people do that on YouTube. I watched a couple, and it seems fun. But the games, I've heard some mixed reviews about how they need to go back to their roots and make a better game that everyone wants, and that Pal World did it better somehow, which I don't understand. I don't play that either. It's just not my type of game. But I was looking into it. I was looking into getting a, one of the new Pokemon games for Switch. And the Digimon one. There's a Digimon game that everyone says is really good. I never played a Digimon game. It was kind of the wannabe Pokemon when I was growing up. Game Boy Color. Yeah. I remember getting my Game Boy Color. It was purple, which I think was the only color when it first came out. And I thought I was so cool. Now I look at it and I'm like, where's the color? Isn't it just lines? Like the slightest color ever. And then I sold it. I sold it recently. My mom had it in her closet. I was like, Mom, what is this? And she's like, oh, yeah, it's your game. And I'm like, what do we have? There was like Wario World, Tetris, and Pokemon Blue. Ooh, where Garurumon Ace. Looks like the alt art. So that'll make up for some of the duds. People are also complaining about the Pokemon Live, and I thought it was just fine. I don't know what people are expecting sometimes, especially for free games. I wonder why that is. I wonder if is it because they have better quality control of what Nintendo actually releases and endorses? But now the only games I actually play are the Souls games. I like the Switch. I just don't play anything on it. It's collecting dust. It's sitting on OfferUp. Like I'm selling it just because I never use it. And as soon as someone wants to buy it, I'm like, but maybe I might be able to, get a game or play something on it. And then I never do. We haven't made a dent in these boxes, by the way. I have 3 full cases of them, and then the 4th case is just half. I did about half of one case. But what would be fun is collecting some sealed video games. I think the people that have a collection of sealed old DVDs or video games, it's some of the coolest collections ever. Another rookie. The employees at the LGS, no, they know. I talk to them and I play there. I lose in Battle Spirits all the time. Like if I win a round, it's just shocking. But I think that's because the focus is all over the place for me. And I think it works out because my LGS doesn't sell singles at all. I think I've saw maybe they had a graded Magic card that was a 10 and signed, but other than that, they really don't care. I think they're missing out on some money, but that's just me. Or sometimes they buy from me. They'll just send me a message and be like, hey, saw you open this. Can you bring it next time? And I'm like, sure, I got you. Another Where Garurumon. This is, if it was the fancy version of it, which has a kind of a stamp on top of it, that one's about $270. Unfortunately, this is not the one. We actually haven't even hit anything super big yet. We have this Metal Garurumon that's about $18.50. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the most expensive card pulled. No on the Funko Pops, very heavily on the board games. Like very. The store is about 90% video or board, 90% board games. And I don't know how their business model functions because here in Vegas, where they are in a very expensive shopping center, like high-end places. And I'm thinking they might be getting their money on tournaments because there'll be, I want to say 4 tournaments going on at the same time. You got Battle Spirits crew, then you have the One Piece crew, the Pokemon crew, Digimon, like all of them. Sometimes they overlap, and then they have Dungeons and Dragons that they host, which I don't know if that makes money, but it gets them in the store at least. Which is actually pretty popular. Sometimes I look back, there's one person playing with the dungeon master. Other times there's like 10 of them. And I was asking her, I was like, hey, how do you run this? They do now in the current, but they didn't. They had they basically had 4 fold-out tables that were sandwiched in between all of the board games and everything like that. And so we were playing on top of each other. People were waiting. Sometimes they had their orders just sitting there. But now they moved in the same complex, but I believe it was like 6 times bigger, they said. And they're going to be hosting all the games, and you can rent out a private room to play anything. They have a board game library that you can just check out a game and sit in a closed room inside the store and just play it. So they definitely needed that. But I don't know how that translates to money though. Like if I go to a game store and pull a game off the shelf with 10 of my friends and we play it. I mean, maybe they're making money on like the snacks that they sell. But I do wish them the best. They're not very close to me, though. They're not close to my work. They're not close to my house. So it's a pain to drive there. And I miss a lot of tournaments because I'd rather be sleeping. I remember one of my friends when I was growing up, his dream was to own a comic book shop. It's comics / cards, Funko, just an overall, I guess, hobby shop. And not only that, instead of a cafe with like little snacks, he wanted it to be a barbecue joint. And I was like, so you want people to come in, eat barbecue, and mess with your comics and cards? I'm like, that's a terrible idea. He swears. He swears that he's going to make it happen. I need to check in and see if he did it, but I imagine that place is sticky. Oh, and another perk of buying things that are labeled board game cafes is when I put them on my credit card, it thinks it's a restaurant, so it gives me more cash back. So I order a lot from Zulu Games up in Washington just for that extra. It could work. The barbecue thing could potentially work if you could solve what to do about your fingers. And I don't think there's a solution for that. You're going to trust kids? Well, how are you going to trust adults to wash their hands in between everything they do? Maybe they'll sell more sleeves that way, since you need protection. Even though we got people like triple sleeving at that place, which I don't understand, but I want to say it's better than no protection, but I'm starting to not use sleeves when I play games. And you'll notice that when I play Prodigious, the cards that I play with, I don't plan on selling ever. So if I don't plan on selling them, do I really care if the edges are a little worn? I'd say no, but I think that's because it just reminds me of when I was playing Magic in like the late 90s. And I would just throw my cards, like my decks, in a rubber band. And I don't even want to think of all the cards that I ruined that way that could have been worth some money. It wasn't Black Lotuses or anything like that. I know that because I played when Ice Age came out, and I don't think Revised Edition had any of the Power 9 cards. But I really wanted that Jester's Mask. Didn't know what it did. But kid me wanted that. And you know what I got for going and playing TCGs as a kid? I got just, what's the right word? Bullied is not the right word, but kind of. I got bullied into trading all my good cards for like crappy commons. I remember one of the older guys was just like, I'll give you 50 of these vampire bats for that one card. I remember the 50 vampire bats, and I'll probably never forget it, but I don't remember what one card I gave him. Just taken advantage of. And it makes me wonder who else is being taken advantage of. Because my mom dropped me off and then left. I don't know what she was doing. I'm assuming shopping somewhere. Just came back a couple hours later. Used the card shop as a daycare. Uncommon. That and a lot of stolen cards. And sometimes I feel that way too, even today when I bring my cards. I don't really pay attention to them. I always wonder who's like digging the box and just taking things. Could be paranoia though. I'm starting to get really worried about my purchase. I have not pulled anything that's incredibly rare. So what do you got going on tonight? No work tomorrow or tonight? Or are you at work? Off 3 days just because? Or is that a normal thing? Only work 4 days on, 10-hour shifts. Anything exciting? Fight crime. I don't know why I just went crime fighter. It's like 10-hour jobs 4 days a week. Yeah, I mean, you must fight crime. I mean, that's the only option. Delivering packages in Chicago. I hated driving in Chicago. So my job sent me up there with a crew because we're setting up a new casino. And we went to the city and could not find parking anywhere. Then we ended up like, oh, we found this parking garage. This is great. And we went up and we came back. And I forgot what it was to park there. It was a lot of money because we didn't notice there was multiple signs. It was confusing. Then we walked too far and we had to travel all the way back to the garage. We almost killed somebody. We almost hit somebody. just because we were on the lookout and we didn't look for people. I wasn't driving, by the way. Like nicest guy on the team. He went over there. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll drive. I drive all the time." Great guy, super calm. As soon as he hit Chicago, he started yelling at people, cutting people off. That's when he almost ran over someone that was walking. It was downtown. Because this is our first time in Chicago. We were like, well, we want to see all the different sites. We want to get some pizza. We want to do all that stuff. And, check out the water. Yeah, but I don't know if I'd want to go back after that. But my boss, like, he sent us there and he's like, you need to go get some pizza. I forgot. He gave me like 4 places that were like super famous, and we got there, we ate it. We're like, it was just okay. Kind of ruined the trip because it was hyped up so much. But the art is nice. All the stuff in downtown in the city that we walked around. Rained a little bit, but I mean, what can you do? Garudamon Ace. Yep, it definitely was deep dish. I remember we were so mad. I had to call the boss. I'm like, you know what? Little Caesars was better. I'd rather have I don't think they're $5 anymore, but we were like, we'd rather have a $5 just hot and ready. I'm trying to remember the name of the place. What are the main popular ones? I'm sure I'll remember. Like if your best friend came into town or a family member and you're like, you need to have pizza at this place. I know one was a chain. Little Caesars, everyone's go to, but they won't admit it. So where I work, you know how it's like a joke that they're like, oh, you don't get raises, but here's some pizza. We always get Little Caesars, and everyone hates it. They're like, guess what? We're gonna go get Little Caesars again. We're gonna do that, but they're the first ones in there eating all of it. Giordano's. We went to 3 places. Is that one downtown? And is it a chain? That name sounds very familiar. It's a chain. I think that was one of the places, but that's not the one that I'm thinking of. We were very disappointed in one. It was more in the suburbs. There's one downtown or in the city, but there was another one in the suburbs that was like, it just looked like someone's house. Like it was just a housing neighborhood, and then there it is. It's just a pizza place. But I think when I eat pizza, I taste the price. If it's $5 or if it's $6, it tastes better. And again, I have a computer. I'm gonna look it up. Let me see if I can figure it out. Let's see. Major best pizza in Chicago. Let's see what Google has to say. Oh, Pequods. That is where that we had the most disappointing experience at Pequods, and my boss said it was the best thing that you'll ever put in your mouth. It is so great. You haven't had pizza till you had Pequods. And then most people seem to like it though. 13,000 reviews, and it has 4.5 stars. Disappointing. Super disappointing. Is there one called Illuminati's, or was that somewhere else? Because I get sent all over the place, so I might be mixing it up. But I think Illuminati's was another chain, which we actually liked the best. But it wasn't one of those, oh my God, I have to eat there. If I send someone, I'm not going to tell them to eat anywhere, but just pack a sandwich. Little Caesars it up. I got to do a quick price check on some of these. I have TCGplayer pulled up, but only the first page for the biggest hits. And I didn't get any of those besides that Metal Guru Ramon. Second page, still value though. Apocalypse Mon alternate art. I think I pulled that. Yeah, he's right here. The prices are always hard on that because someone. Oh, never mind. That is a big hit. People bought up all the cheap ones, and the ones remaining it's around $31. So I might be able to squeeze that in before a lot of people sell them for like $10, $5. Really lower the price on it. But yeah, I'll be back in Chicago area, I think next year, if I keep the current job I'm at. Because what we set up was just temporary, just to get their sports book up in the casino. And then once they build their permanent location, I got to go right back and help set that up. In a small town called, what is it called? I don't even remember. It's going to come to me. It's like 45 minutes north of Chicago. Waukegan. Yep. Waukegan is where the casino is. Ooh. Gabumon. He's not bad. No, this is it's called American Place Casino. That's a really small one. It's kind of just like trailers. Like right now, it's just a fancy looking, big giant. I call it a trailer. It's like a metal tent looking thing. It's really nice on the inside. But hopefully we can spread into Bally's and I don't know. There was another one that was up there, another casino that I drove by. Then we went to Milwaukee, which was a lot different than what the movies and TV and internet makes it out to be. Ooh, got a alt-art Izzy. Probably worth a little bit. But I want to say I liked Milwaukee more. It could just be because of the traffic though. Because I just got in, went, parked, ended up at some breweries. I mean, at that time I was still drinking, so I really liked going to breweries and hanging out. Seafood was really great. Then I started looking at real estate, and I'm like, maybe I can move, back over to the east. And then so I saw the prices, and I'm like, nope, I'm not moving to Chicago. Oh, I just got to ask for some hits, and they just pop up. Metal Garurumon. But yeah, I was looking around suburbs, and I'm like, where can I live? What can I afford in the Chicago suburb area? And I found nothing. I take that back. Nothing that I could get a job out there, in my field and feel comfortable living at. That was the big deal. I'm still trying to get California money, like a remote California job. South side of Chicago. Is the South Side bad? As what is it? What show is that? Oh, like South, like you're past kind of the bad part. What show? I'm thinking Shameless. I think they were in Chicago where they filmed it, and they're always like South Side is terrible. But I don't know. They do that sometimes with Vegas also. I'm like, it's not even that bad. Some of the places they highlight. Ooh, Tentamon. I don't get it. Why would the summer be worse? Yeah, some parts. That's kind of how it is in Vegas. People are like, you don't ever want to live in North Vegas or the north side of Vegas, and it's just you have pockets. You'll have brand new houses, and then you'll have houses next to it that've been around for like 60 years. And that's just kind of how it is. But people will write off an entire part of Vegas just because a tiny little area is not as good. Like I live more toward. I don't currently, but I used to live towards the north side of Vegas, and I mean I get where they're coming from because some lady got murdered with a sledgehammer at a laundromat. But I like to think. I mean, it's terrible. I'm not saying anything about getting murdered is great. The guy, rot in hell and everything. But when I lived in those places, I wasn't at a laundromat at 4 a.m. by myself with no one there. And so I tell everyone else that wants to move here, I was like, yeah, there's great parts of town. Just don't go there at night alone and start some trouble. There we are. Leviathan X antibody. That's on a first page. Now we're making some money. But then I got a better job, ended up in more of the suburbs and hating it, kind of. I have an HOA now. Yeah, let's see how much that costs, actually. Vimon is another one that's in the 30s. It's trending downwards, but still at 30s. I'm not looking forward to listing all these cards, though. It's my least favorite part about this whole TCGplayer selling journey. Oh, yeah, I was saying I hate where I moved, and I didn't finish my sentence. So I hate it because I have an HOA fee where I live, and I had one little bush that died in my front yard, and all of a sudden I'm getting threatened to be fined and unless I replace it. But where I lived before, I could do whatever I wanted. Because I used to flip cars also. as far as buying junky ones, fixing them up, and selling them. Can't do that here. They will not allow me to work on my car here, and if I work in my garage, I just don't have the room for it. I have to kind of work on it on the street, and they don't allow that. And asking for permission to do stuff in your own house is not fun. On your own property, I should say. I can't even wash my car. You are not allowed to do that in your driveway. Yeah, it's a love-hate thing with HOA because they do. I mean, there's a lot of walking trails and biking trails. 'Cause I like riding my bike for exercise, and I mean, they maintain them. There's a nice pool because I wanted to get a pool. I really did in my backyard, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And so I looked at how much a pool costs, especially to maintain. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a hot tub. But then I forgot where I lived. I lived in Vegas, or I live in Vegas, so it's really hot in the summer. Who's using a hot tub? I'll be using it maybe like 4 months out of the year. Do you sell cards on the side or just collect and play? All right. I got to move this common stack. It's getting too big. Sell on the side. eBay, TCGplayer, or just kind of locally? Because I've been trying to see if I want like the big hits. If I sell it on TCGplayer or eBay, they take their cut, and then they have their requirements and all that stuff. So I'm wondering if I should just sell the big hits on Instagram, or locally. When Lorcana got a negative feedback, what happened? Or no, I take that back. Do you think you're negative? Do you think you deserve the negative feedback? So many trainers. These are going to be good. Those usually sell play sets of. A Gundam card very well, but it arrived damaged. Arrived damaged, like the entire padded envelope or envelope. Because I had one guy say, I get a lot of actual reviews that say cards arrived in good condition, but the packaging was damaged. Matt Ishida, alt art. Another nice one. And refunding's just, I have to keep telling myself it's just part of the game, because I refunded someone today. He didn't leave me a bad review. He just wanted his money back. So I'm like, all right, here you go. So, but here's the question. Do you believe him? because every time someone asks for my money or their money back, saying either they didn't receive it or it was damaged, something like that, the quality, it wasn't near mint. I always think about it. I'm just like, I can't tell. He could say whatever. Anyone that's returning something on these platforms can just say, hey, you know what? You sold me near mint, but it's lightly played, because everyone's grading is kind of different. But then we have to struggle with that too, because, if you packaged it really well, would more packaging have prevented that? Or is it just something that I like to think of it as a business expense. There's always going to be someone saying they didn't get their cards, or they're damaged, or, return, just have issues. So I just kind of factor that in and be like, all right, if I make $100, 10 of those dollars will be, going towards, refunds. Well, that sounds legit then. If they sent you the picture, I doubt anyone would really damage their card just for, a refund. The guy that I refunded today, he what was it for? Shadowverse. I've been selling a lot of Shadowverse. That stuff flies off the shelf. I got a bunch of boxes coming. More boxes, because every time I get one in, even the commons are all selling in play sets. But so he ordered $9 worth of cards. So then, but there were a lot of them. And I was forced with, okay, I could put in a padded envelope, but to ship it would be $4. So, that's a lot of my profit. If I want to ship it, plus a padded envelope's a little more, just altogether, overall shipping maybe is like $5. And he bought $9 worth of cards. And a lot of them, I think the most expensive card in there was $2. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to not put the tracking on. I'm going to put it in, I'm going to put it in an envelope. And I'm just going to ship it over there in an envelope. But then before I did, I was like, this is a thick looking envelope. I'm like, what if it doesn't go through the feeders? So I was like, you know what I'll do? I'll split it into 2 shipments. That way it's thinner, it's more even, less cards, and we'll be fine. And then he sends me a message and he says that he's like, oh, I noticed that on the package it said package 1 of 2. Are you going to send the other one? I send them out the same days, always. I don't split them up and send them out different days. I just told him I'll give some time, it might come. And then, of course, the ones that he didn't get were all of the expensive ones. And so now I'm faced with, oh man, what do I do? It's not my fault. I put it in the mail. I know I did. I put the shipping on. I did everything I could do, put in the mail, and either the mailman let me down, or got lost, or he's just trying to scam me, and you'll never know. I will never know if he decided to be like, you know what? I do this on every order. I like to believe that it really did just get lost, and it's terrible that the seller has to kind of eat that cost, but I get it. I can't think of an alternative to protect us sellers. The only thing would be is if TCGplayer had like a guarantee, like maybe they'll refund, half of it, like they'll cover half of the cost. That way, both the buyer and the seller is kind of out of it. But even that doesn't make sense, because if I'm buying a card, I expect a card. I shouldn't have to lose my money because the post office lost it. But I've had that twice. out of all my sales, I've only had 2 that were lost. So even if people are scamming me, it's not everyone. No one's ever said $100 card didn't get there because those all have tracking. Or I keep it. That's another thing. I've been holding on to a lot of my expensive Pokemon cards, and I really shouldn't. I need to get them out of here. Yes, I definitely agree. They need that standard envelope. I even think that a buyer will pay more for that. I've had someone buy a 25-cent card. They paid the $1.22 for shipping, and they sent me a message saying, "Hey, are you going to add tracking to my order?" And so again, as sellers, we're faced with what is the nice customer service response? Because I don't want to say no, that makes 0 sense. I got to be like, well, under 25 cents, I'd be losing out on a lot of money if I tracked all of them. So unfortunately, I just don't do that. I know there's I don't know, I think it's called buysportscards.com or something like that, which is basically TCGplayer, but for sports cards. And they have a standard envelope with tracking and everything, just like eBay. I was trying to do the sports card thing, but I don't enjoy sports cards. Doesn't matter if they're worth more money. It's really because I just don't care. Automatic block. I need to do the calculations because I can't remember if I'm losing money on a 25-cent card or not. Because when I started, I was I thought nobody would be buying single cards for 10 cents. My floor was actually 5 cents for a common. And I was shocked at how many people just ordered one 5-cent card. And after I looked at the fees and the shipping, I'm like, I'm losing money on all these. Good thing though, I got to seller 4 really quick. But the people that put it at 1 penny, I don't like those people. Just because it lowers the value. I don't think any card should be worth a penny. I'm surprised no one that jumped in wanted to add to the conversation. I think there's just like 2 others that came and went. But it's all right. My first stream. It's late. Also, that was another thing. I don't know. People are probably sleeping, playing games, doing other things. The YouTube game of making content. Now that is 10 times harder than opening a TCGplayer store. I was actually worried. I'm like, if I post cards, who's going to buy them? I'm not going to make any money. When in reality, I should be like, if I make YouTube videos, who's going to be watching them? Does that work? I mean, in theory, it probably does. If I was to, I guess, for example, all these commons I have right here and uncommons and rares, if I was to clear them out of all the penny ones and then turn around and sell them, in theory, it sounds like it could work. I wanted to do that with some Pokemon cards. Like I looked up some of the old from the older sets, the cheapest, like VMAX and things like that, or EX cards, and I was gonna buy them all up because there was one for like I think it was $1 each. But then I was like, is this morally wrong? And I had to stop myself. And then I was like, should morals matter? Because if I buy them all up, the price is raised, and everyone that has them sells them for more, and they get more money. I think I'm worried about this hypothetical kid that doesn't exist. Like, oh, if I buy all the cards up for cheap and I turn around and raise the prices, they're not going to be able to play the game. But in reality, it's probably not anywhere near true. Everyone's like full grown adults, or they're adults buying for their kids. All right. I haven't talked about hits in a while. I need some more hits. Oh, I thought you were saying like you tried it. And I'm like, oh man. As soon as the stream's over, I'm like, maybe I should just buy all the penny cards. Like, so for example, if we went in and just bought all the battle styles, let me look at that. Battle styles doesn't have a lot of hits, right, in Pokemon, as far as expensive ones. I keep using it as an example, but I'm not sure. Battle styles. The biggest hit. Oh no, I'm lying. I'm thinking of a different set then, because they have one for $60. What is the set that has? It was from Sword and Shield. There was one set that had like nothing good, as far as monetary price. Is it Brilliant Stars? Let's see. Brilliant Stars, 75. Not that either. Has a Charizard in there. Chilling Rain, only is it Shining Fates, Fade Voltage, Darkness Ablaze. Because they do have Darkness Ablaze on discounts. Yes, Darkness Ablaze. That's the one I'm talking about. So if you look at it, the most expensive card it currently is a Charizard VMAX. They have some selling for $14. Everything else, the rainbow foils, $5 here, $6 there. Anyways, whole point is, if we went in and just bought them all up, could we raise the price on the actual singles in a meaningful way? Oh, we are almost through with one of these boxes. And also looking at Darkness Ablaze, I don't understand. You have a Charizard VMAX. What was he selling for before? He was selling for, let's see, a year ago, $30, and we just went down and down and down and down. And Charizards usually are pretty popular, so I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's not even worth that much. Even if that Charizard was $60. Yeah, even if it was 60, the booster boxes are still selling for what we got, the $136. So even if you did get that big hit, you're not getting your money back at all. And I know a lot of people don't think that way, but I need to have value if I'm spending something. I have to be able to have a chance of winning the lottery. I wonder if it's because, was that around, when did Darkness Ablaze come out? Was that around the time where the market got just flooded with everyone buying Pokemon cards? But yeah, it was at 60 at some point. Hovered around at 30 for a while. Great. Now I'm like hatching a plan. I think that could work. I mean, I wouldn't do the Charizard because I don't have $14 to buy up like 20 of them. I mean, I do, but by the time it pays off, it's not worth it. But maybe grabbing, there is a Butterfree VMAX that is around 8. Oh no, there's a lot of lightly played. I gotta switch it to near mint. $6, $7. So basically under 10. There's tons of them for under 10. Like if I buy all those up, maybe. But even that's still expensive to be buying 40 or 50 of those. It would have to be, what is the cheapest secret rare? Scorch, $5.90. So it'd be him buying all those up. Oh, Rillaboom, gold, $5.30. Platinum, or trying to hatch plan over here. Also makes me wonder if the Logan Pauls of the world and all those people that were hyping it, if they did that in the beginning and they just bought everything. Yeah. Popular Pokemon. Let's see. We have Butterfree, Salamence, Eternatus, Scizor, Scorch, Rillaboom, Colossal, and that's it for the secret rares at that low price point. I mean, they have trainers. I don't know who they are. The guy trainers definitely don't do as good. No, there's got to be a card in here worth pumping. Yeah. Digimon's just been better for me in general. Please. I mean, there's a Charizard V in Darkness Ablaze. It's $2. I could see maybe getting that one up to $5. I just don't know how many people are completing sets in Digimon for that to make the financial sense. There's also not a lot of variants. Like other card games have, like Star Wars, for example, the new one, it's got regular card, then it's got regular holo, then it has hyperspace, then it has hyperspace holo. So plenty of variations for collectors. Digimon kind of has alt arts. Oh, that could make sense. Reprints. Yeah, the art's not fantastic on the Darkness Ablaze ones. Right, here we go. Mega Kabuterimon. Yeah, well, the singles are low, but the booster box still maintained its price. I mean, it didn't go up a lot of value, but 130 is not bad. You're not losing money if you bought it. Like the idea of sealed is just, that's what's keeping that up. But I thought about a sealed collection. I really did. But nope. No, we're slowing down here. I really thought I could get through this in like 2 hours. Not even close. Just got done with one box. I haven't shipped anything in a small box yet. But I imagine I would. If someone bought like 100 cards or a really rare card, I might just put it in a box. But I've never looked at the prices just because the biggest thing for me under £1, my biggest problem with the box is it doesn't fit in my mailbox. So I'd have to drop it off on my way to work, and I don't really want to do that. I mean, that's just laziness on my part, but nope. I never go to the post office. This is out of my way. Even when I get like, my stamps and everything, I just get them at my grocery store. Every time I go, I'm like, yeah, just give me 20 stamps, and then I just move on. But I need to get some international stamps. I promised Prodigious that I would send him some stuff in the mail, kind of as a test. I want to send, because he's in Canada, so I wanted to send some cards just in an envelope, no protection, no penny sleeve, nothing, just raw in an envelope, not even wrapped around paper. I just want to see how it would get there. Because when people say, oh, yeah, but the envelope was broken or was torn apart, I'm like, we're going to send it to Canada, let it go through a bunch of different post offices and see the condition of the envelope afterwards. And I was going to package it in a bunch of different ways, see how many I can fit in an envelope. Kind of like, well, if they get lost or destroyed, nobody cares. So I got to go to the post office for those stamps. All because I don't want to pay the fee. The post office fee to have them just deliver it to my house, which is, I think, an extra $1, but hey, times are tough. I can't afford that $1. What's the biggest order you got on TCGplayer? Ooh, just a regular Leviathan and X antibody. All right, we are on case number 2 out of 4. And they still have plenty of these left at my LGS to a point where I'm like, should I buy another 100? Two Gundams, 65. I sold all my Gundams to one person. I held on to all of them for as long as I can, and then listed them. Someone bought it. I think it came to like $100 and something. I had all of them except one. And then, Gabumon Altart. And then I got a box of Saviors of Chaos, thinking the Evangelion, whatever, however you pronounce that. I thought those cards, I pulled so many of them, like, oh my God, I'm going to have so much money, just to find out that they increased the pull rate on those cards. Not as rare as the actual other Gundams, and kind of ruined my day. I'm over there smiling. I actually pulled one in draft. First time I was building my deck, and I'm like, oh, I got one of these crossover cards. So did everyone else. I also have to find a creative way to sell the bulk off. Like, a lot of it slowly sells, but Classic Collection, for example, I have probably 300 of the same common card. And I don't want to throw them away. I don't really know what to do with them right now. And I'm selfishly waiting to see if Saviors of Chaos will drop before I buy more. But they're holding. I think they're holding around like $80, which I could make some money off of it at $80, but I want a sure thing. Like, I'm 100% sure once I list all of these things, I will get my money back. At least. It is a guarantee. The only way I'm not going to get my money back off of this is if, for some reason, this set just plummets. But it's brand new-ish. Mega Kabuterimon Ace, not worth too much, but still sleeving up and going in the hits pile. My girlfriend's probably wondering why I'm not texting her back. I wonder if she's like thinking he's out drinking, hanging out with girls. Nope. Opening Digimon cards. Talking about selling. Mega Dramon. Another little bit of money. I'm going to do a price check real quick. What did I pull that was okay? The Ryutamon. Those, I pulled a couple. I don't know where they are. But these are about $7.21. Gatomon, I pulled, I think, like 3-4 of those. That's $6.22. Tentomon pulled $7. Megadramon, which I just pulled, that is $3.50. Leviamon X Antibody, $4.50. Apocalypse right here, just the regular secret rare, only $2.44. Midasmon Ace, $1. Where Garurumon Ace owns only 95 cents. Disappointed on that. All right, powering through. No, but actually my girlfriend has said that she kind of feels like she's losing me to my businesses. Because if I'm not opening cards, I'm listing cards. If I'm not listing cards, I'm shipping cards. If I'm not doing either of those, I'm at my regular job. If I'm not at my regular 9 to 5, I'm actually opening a used car dealership with one of my friends. So I'm doing that. I'm going through the licensing process. He owns a mechanic shop already, so we're just attaching it to his garage. And that takes a lot of time too. So basically, I got 3 jobs, with 2 of them being the success is based on how much I put into it. So I feel like I can't slack off. Like this, I just got these today. I came straight from the store, came in, made myself some mac and cheese, ate that real quick, and ended up setting up the stream. Not even knowing how the stream was going to go, because the subscriber count on my channel lies. And it's partially my fault. So I was trying to find, oh yeah, very busy life. But hopefully they'll all pay off. Uh-oh, I lost my train of thought. Yep, we're just going to leave that thought, unless you can remind me of what I was talking about before I said, yep, busy life. Oh, I remember. Okay. It was talking about my subscriber count and kind of, yeah, subscriber count lies. Yep. So I made the channel and I was like, how do I grow this channel? I hate seeing views and not getting paid for them. I don't understand why I need 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of watch hours for me to get paid. I should really get paid from day one. So I was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. You know, I started out doing the normal tactics and I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk to the other creators. I'm going to start creating with them, leaving comments and just interacting with the community in general. I'm like, okay, I got a little traction. And then I was like, okay, so now I'm going to go on Discords and start talking Discords, building decks, getting to know people, dropping my videos there. And that had to be, or I mean, that was some good traction on that too. And then I was like, wait a minute, the subscriber count is going up, but the watch time's not going up. Like, why is the watch time not going up? And I was seeing this pattern, you know, as I was like sprinkling my content everywhere, like it just hit me. Because I'm not focusing on one card game, nobody's tuning in. Like certain people are tuning into only the Pokemon videos or only the Digimon videos. And I noticed I did a video on Shadowverse, and then some of the subscribers I had dropped off. So I'm like, oh no. Well, how do I raise this? And I was like, you know what? I've accidentally clicked on an ad before. You know, those paid YouTube ads that are sitting there. So I'm like, okay, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to create a YouTube ad. I'm just going to start grabbing my content, one from each card game, and then my how to pack cards tutorial. And so I made some paid promotions. I was like $10 each. I targeted the countries I wanted to see, you know, United States, UK, Philippines too, basically any English speaking country. Ooh, that's a nice hit right there. And that, I believe, is a first pager as far as it's on the first page. $31. So yeah, I was sprinkling all around. I was doing the promotions, and then the promotions just jumped my subscriber count. It's because I was hoping that someone wouldn't notice it was an ad. Like I've got fooled before, just thinking, oh, it's a regular video. Click on the thumbnail. You wouldn't really know the difference. And it got me some subscribers, not many comments. I shouldn't say some subscribers. It got me a ton of subscribers. And the analytics were like a lot of people from the Philippines and things, but no comments. So it's one of those like, yeah, it's true. Someone had to click the subscribe button. But at the same time, I don't know if those are bots. I don't know if they're people that are like, well, I only watch his Pokemon stuff, for example. And so it's kind of, I mean, I call it a lie because it doesn't really paint the picture of my channel. And I almost just did one card game. I was like, okay, I know when I put the Pokemon videos out, they get the most views as far as random people finding it and subscribing. It's that or the TCG player videos. But I was like, I don't want to. I want to open whatever I want to open. I want to play these random games that no one's heard of. I actually want to play dead TCGs. But I was like, So I just basically resigned myself to be like, well, my channel is going to grow at a snail's pace. And so that's why the watch time is nowhere near the 4,000 that I need. But I'm going to keep doing it. Oh, I tried Instagram too. So I was like, okay, I'm going to drive traffic to Instagram because everyone, they see I do cards and they follow me and they're like, hey, follow me back. And I'm like, cool, yeah, just follow me too. Here's my YouTube channel. And then just crickets. Or I'll make a story trying to highlight, hey, I'm going to go live. I shouldn't say that. This is the first live that I'm doing, but I'm going to start doing that to try to draw some people. And that's the story of my subscriber count and why it's like the way it is. I would say promotions, like if anyone's doing a YouTube channel, I want to say if you're close to being monetized and you need like an extra 100 or 200 subscribers, but you got the watch time, do the promotions. You'll like within a week, you'll get the subscriber count. I don't know who the people are, but you'll get them. All right. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be here. Probably not going to get through all these boxes like I wanted to. I'll probably get through just two cases and then end it and then pick it up later. Yeah, it's late for you. It's like 3 a.m. I wonder if I should put music on in the background. It's not monetized yet, so they can't really punish me. And I'm alone. I think that was successful, though. I had fun. Maybe I'll go to 2. I'll go to 2 hours on this stream, and if no one jumps on to talk to me, I will just end it. Call it a success. And I'll have tons more cards to open. But instead of sitting in silence, even though I doubt many people will actually get to the end of this, little words of encouragement for anyone that starting a YouTube channel or wants to stream. It's actually not that bad. It's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. I thought I'd jump on and not a single person would, enter the chat, talk to me, or really, I didn't think people would join in at all. But they did. I think I had a total of maybe 4 or 5 people that jumped in. Some stayed quiet, but that's okay. These are money right here. Currently $2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Potentially $24 on that alone. Those are just promos. One thing I was kind of not afraid. I was like, I'm so thirsty. I have a drink right next to me. And I'm like, no, they're going to see me drink. Gotta stay engaging. It's an hour and 50 minutes, man. Wonder if I could be a streamer, like a video game streamer. I think I could talk to people all day as long as people are talking back. All day. And talk to myself like I'm doing now, I think I would either go crazy or just start getting sad. Because I am inside my head all of the time. I have conversations with people that don't even exist. I have conversations with my boss, actually. Just in my head. I'm like, I'm going to tell him this. What is Megadramon Alt Art? Where are you? I don't even remember seeing this on the hits. You are... Maybe because it's not that great of a hit. Hold on. It's not on the first page. $15. Again, I did buy these for $3 each. So, I mean, that covers five packs in that one card alone. So that's how we're going to get my money back. I just wish. Actually, no, not wish. I don't know what country's awake right now that watches. Philippines. I have a lot of subscribers, apparently, according to the metrics in the Philippines. I wonder if they're awake. Just realized I was not talking to myself as someone just entered. So now I seem like a crazy person. How's your night going? Or day or morning? I'm only halfway through my 200 boxes. Surrounded by a pile of just empty wrappers and plastic, which I will clean up probably next week. I'm just going to walk around it. I'm doing all right. It's nearing midnight. I've been up just talking to one of my subscribers about Chicago and things like that. Then before you joined, I was talking to myself like a crazy person. But it's like I was sitting here and I'm like, there's just dead air. And all I hear is shuffling of cards. Ooh, Kabuterimon Ace. Do you play Digimon? Collect Digimon? And let me fill you in on the actual what's going on here. So this is my first live stream. I wanted to set up the camera and the audio just as a test. But today my LGS was running a sale. And they were selling these for $2.99 each. So I bought hundreds of them. More into Pokemon. You missed our whole talk about Pokemon earlier. Like we were hatching a scheme to see if we could raise the price of Darkness Ablaze because that's been going down so much. We're like, what if we just bought some of these and kind of helped the market? Yeah. There's a reason it's kind of set up this way, though, because this isn't my first YouTube channel. I have another one that I abandoned years ago. It was based around music and um, music, product reviews, things like that. So I have all the gear from when I was in a band and trying to record things. So that's where the mic comes in and the lights in the back. And so I was like, you know what? Let me start a card channel. Although the room is not ideal. The room's tiny. I'm surrounded by bulk with nowhere to put anything. Ooh, got something peeking out there. I would love to be doing this with Pokemon cards too. If I could find a sale. I have them on Ace. I think that's a couple dollars. But I do have some of the newest set of Pokemon coming. It's just in the mail. I got to pick it up from the post office. And I got some Lost Origin ETBs. They were on sale for $26 from the moving sale that my LGS has. So I picked up a bunch of those. Very excited to open them. My Otismon Ace, 95 cents. So when you say you're into Pokemon cards, collecting or playing? I feel like I should have some music or something in the background. Maybe next time I'll have like just some sound to fill up the nothingness. Old cards like from Wizards of the Coast, like that old, or are we talking more of a Sword and Shield? Because I played when Pokemon first came out. That's when I was introduced to it as a kid, and then same story. It's everyone's story that kind of grew up on it. Had the cards, stopped playing. Then my parents threw them away, and here we are, years later, where I'm like, I really like card games. Always have, but I was never good at it. Like my brain works more in a Magic the Gathering way, where you have lands and you tap them, attack, things like that. Pokemon's the same, but you attach energy, and I'm just not used to that. So I'll attach all my energy to like one Pokemon and forget about the others and lose. All right, let's go. Beomon. So I believe that was up in there. Definitely over $15. And then do you play in tournaments? Like at your LGS? I've seen them get pretty competitive in mine. I haven't been brave enough to bring a deck there yet, though. Ooh, wow. Tentomon, another rookie. These are always good at around $7. Ah. No tournament yet. Just got back into it. What got you back in? Like what got me back in was my cousin. He out of nowhere, he was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm selling Pokemon cards, buying and selling and flipping, and it's a big craze." And I'm like, I didn't know people still played Pokemon that much. I thought it was a dying thing. But then I looked at it, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. They have so many new sets, so many new Pokemon, so many new shows, video games, all that. And then I started, opening Pokemon. And then Digimon kind of just popped up, and it happened to be my number. It's still my number one seller. So I play it a little bit, and it's fun. It's a nice little alternate or alternative to Pokemon. D&D. I used to play that. I haven't played it in a while, though. Are you in the United States or from another country? Oh, yeah. Tons of communities out there. UK. All right. So it's not 3 a.m. or anything for you. So I want to go there one day. I've only been to, I've only been to the airport over there, and that's it. Just going somewhere else. That was years ago, so I don't even remember where it was. And I don't want to pretend because my knowledge of other countries is very low. Oh, 7 a.m. early. I think I don't wake up till almost noon unless it's a work day. So is it as big in the UK, like Pokemon in general, as it is in the States? Another rookie, $7. Lower. I mean, that would make sense as far as like the size of the countries. Bayomon. Oh, running out of sleeves. So what was it about Pokemon? I grew up watching it, enjoy the gameplay. Peer pressure, I don't know. Because I was mainly a Magic player. And now that I'm back into TCGs, I don't open Magic at all. Not a single booster pack of Magic is on my channel. And I don't understand it because I grew up playing it. You would think that'd be the one that I gravitate towards. But no, I gravitated towards Pokemon and Digimon, which were the ones I was playing video games of when I was playing my Game Boy Color, which doesn't have a lot of color. I feel lied to as a kid. Ooh, another Metal Garurumon. Starting to get hits again. I believe that was at $15. We'll add him. There's no rhyme or reason to these piles, by the way. It's basically anything that is a secret rare and special rare and above. Yeah, super rare, special, secret. So I've been trying to figure out which Switch Pokemon game to buy. And play. And there's mixed reviews. I wanted to get the newest one, but everyone was saying that, oh, don't get that one. Get one of the older ones. It's better. And so I'm hesitant now because I don't want to buy a game that I hate and then just be like, oh, Pokemon games are just trash now. Or it just could be because everyone tells me to play Pal World. I'm sorry. It's late for me. I work today in the morning and then I've been streaming and it's past midnight now. I did watch a little bit of some of the newer Pokemon, like the show, and it kind of amazed me on how far they went, or from the original with the animation, with the Pokemon designs, just coming back to Pokemon in general when they had all these different versions. That blew my mind. I'm like, there's something quite not right about that Pokemon. I don't know what it is. And then I found out, oh, it's an Alolan version, or that's some different version in general. I pulled so many of these. I'm pretty sure these are 50 cents or something like that. Not the best pull. Oh, another Gatomon in the back. That's what I like to see. Another, I believe that was $8. Rookies. Rookies are where the money's at. They're reliable, easy to pull. Losing track. Losing track. And for everyone else that just joined and is listening in and watching, my LGS is having a moving sale. And so these double packs are on sale for $2.99. So I picked up a ton of them. And I might go back and pick up even more. because I sell on TCGplayer. And this was just a steal. I know I will get my money back, at least. All right. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Have a good one. Enjoy work. I mean, it's work, so enjoy it as much as you can. And that just leaves 2. Anyone watching collect or play Digimon? Or just hanging out because you love cards? So many of these to go through. So many of them. I think I'm gonna actually end up falling asleep before I finish it. I think I can get through this. Oh, we are back to 0. Nobody's watching. You know what's an interesting thing about streaming that I'm seeing so far is that people will stick around if someone else is around. But as soon as that person, especially the one that's talking, as soon as they kind of leave, the other ones will just be like, all right, conversation's getting stale. But I hope that next time I do it, we'll get some more conversations. I could talk about anything. Doesn't have to be card games. But the last person that was in talking, looking for a Pokemon community, he's going to find one. They are all over the place. The only thing that I wonder is if he's going to find where he's going to fit in. Because you can easily get consumed by the finance bros, the investors that are like, hold on, just collect sealed. You know, here's the charts. That's another thing, charts. Videos that have nothing but charts on prices really bother me. It's kind of, I don't know, low-hanging fruit of content. So low-hanging of fruit that I feel like I should start doing that, doing the price updates and everything. Oh, someone came in and left. Or they came in looking for some finance tips and I wasn't about to give it. It's all good. Got to remind myself, nobody started a stream and was unknown and had tons of viewers. Also, this is a weird time. We look at it, it's after midnight right now, and most of my audience is based in the United States and Canada. So they're all sleeping. It's either midnight for them or it is 3 a.m. Basically midnight to 3. Not the best time to be doing this, but I think my OCD and my everything's kicking in, and I'm like, I can't end the stream unless it's at the top of an hour or in the middle of an hour. So we'll go to 2:30, 2 hours and 30 minutes of streaming, and we'll end it there, and we'll make a part 2, and we'll continue. I think Saturday is probably the best time for me to continue. People aren't working. I shouldn't say people aren't working. There's tons of people working, but a lot of jobs, people have weekends off. So, and then I have off, which means I can start the stream at a reasonable time instead of at night. how am I going to get music in the background? Guess I could just... Oh, yeah, again, it doesn't matter if I get copyright stricken because I'm not making any money on this channel yet, so it doesn't matter. I am worried about things that don't matter. But we have 14 minutes left, and I can say with success, nobody said they had an issue hearing me or the video was bad. So this is a successful test. I got through a lot of the boxes. I want to say, well, I will be getting through 14 minutes. I need to hurry up if I want to get through 2 full cases. I have so many Diabrimons that I should just make a deck. Ooh, something's... Is that another Metal Garurumon? I mean, I'm not mad. Not mad. It is a card that's selling for quite a bit, so I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm just like, I want some variety. Some variety in my hits. Although, however, if I do have a play set of them, a lot easier to sell. All right, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to be able to get through what I wanted to before the stream ends. Especially without the pausing to talk. Actually, I think a more efficient way would be to get rid of the boxes and then open the packs. So we're going to do that. We're going to do a speed run because I have to get through these in 12 minutes. And the speed run's making it harder for me because I'm sitting here kind of messing up getting these packs out. Let me organize this. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Can't stop though. Can't stop. I know. Someone joined and I'm like, I just need to speed up and go faster because I only have 12 minutes left. Oh, and they're gone. I blame that one on me being a crazy person. Just going way too fast. Okay, what is this? Uncommon. Starting to mix up some of my cards. Here we go. Got a stack. Last box. And then I can get to bed. And by get to bed, I mean lay in bed and watch TV. I also have to do some research about how fast it updates. You know, when someone joins the actual stream, I don't know how long that takes. So I wonder if people pop in, they don't see me talking, and they're like, "Oh, he's boring. He's not engaging." In reality, they hopped in and out before I even could acknowledge they were here. Wonder how many. But also 7 in the morning. So if it's 7 in the morning in UK right now, just in lots of, in parts of Europe, and the English speaking audience basically is asleep right now or getting up, going to work. I'm making up excuses, by the way. I'm like, it's not me. It's not me. It's just naturally society as they're waking up, flipping through stuff. Okay. Everything's been unboxed. 8 minutes to get through these. Can I do it? I think I can. We did not hit any of the $200 cards. However, I don't know if those are only in booster boxes. I probably should have researched that first before I got these. Because if they're, I got something. There we are. Andrew Ace. I think that's the second. That's the second most valued card in this set. I have to look. I just have to. What is happening? I need to clear these filters. I don't have. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. That's why I didn't see it. So she is worth $47. That's what I like to see. $3 per every 2 packs. We're at 6 minutes. Gotta go fast. Inner Sonic, let's go. I need to move these. Gabumon. Another hit. Rookies. Let's go, rookies. Garudamon. I believe he's only like 50 cents, maybe $1. The special rare, the one with the stamp on it's going for 143 though. Got something peeking out in the back. Another Angelman Ace. Good morning, you left. So close. So close. It's all right. We don't need to talk to anybody right now. We just need to mash on through these cards. And now I got to figure out if I'm going to edit this once it's posted, because we did have some hot topics when me and Krim were talking, about selling, about collecting, inflating the market, why things don't cost much, how Chicago has trash pizza. Like, we talked about it all. So I got to figure out if I need to edit that in or not. Good morning or good night. I don't know. I just saw someone join. Nope, and left. Like, what's the actual thing? Like, what do I need to do when someone pops into, the stream? Because I'm like, do I get excited? Good morning, welcome. This is what's going on, and then halfway through they leave, or do I not acknowledge them until they acknowledge me? Got something good in the back. I think it's another Apocalypse. Nope. Ooh. Okay. Move over. Wish that guy was here to see me pull these hits. Because if you pulled a hit and no one saw it, did it really happen? Marvin Jackson coming in. Uh-oh. Not on the first page. I got excited for no reason. $13? Is it because he doesn't have like waifu potential? Why are the guys worth so little compared? He must not be great in decks though, because if he was, he'd still be up in around the $30 range. So someone please make a deck that just dominates with him. That way that price will go up. Maybe I should, but I don't have that big brain deck building brain. Big brain deck building brain. Yeah, I don't have that. Although I think I could. I think I could have that if I was to just focus on one game. I'm pretty sure I could build some pretty good decks. This Where Garurumon's teasing me by not being the super rare one. It's okay though. Actually, we might. Well, I got 4 packs left. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Third pack before I end the stream. Last pack. I guess we did make it. If I go really fast right now, 45 seconds. Come on, be something good. Nothing. Last packs were duds. Okay, cool. I think that was a successful test. We got through 2 cases, and I am out of here.